Well, first, I want to thank you for being here today, spending time out of your day being at the Capitol and hearing this bill. So, sometimes someone from the government can be wrong about what the government can and can't do. Those in government are usually right about what is constitutional, but we all make mistakes. When someone in government makes a mistake, what do you do about it? Well, you go to court. You seek a judge to sort it out. Are you right about what's constitutional, or is the person from the government? If you're wrong about what is constitutional, of course you're going to pay your attorney's fees and costs. But if the government turns out to be wrong the whole time and you were right about what was your constitutional right, then why should that be at your expense? For example, this is just a hypothetical. Mrs. Jones buys land to build her dream home. It's by a river, and it's in an unusual shaped corner lot. She tries to buy the permits, and the DNR says, well, you can't build your dream home on that lot. Well, what does she do about it? Obviously, she could pick a different lot, but if she really wants that lot, and she really wants to build her home there, and she thinks she has the right to do so, she could go to court. And she could tell them that she should have some right to build her house on some part of that land. Let's say the DNR comes back and says, well, no, you can't. We're not going to allow that. It's against our rule. If the court comes back and tells Mrs. Jones, you do have a right to build your house, and the DNR was wrong to stop you from building, why does she have to pay those attorney's fees and costs to be right to the DNR? That money that she spent getting that permit, those legal fees, that attorney's fees and costs that she would have spent in that hypothetical, that's money out of her dream home money. That's additional money on her mortgage. It's not fair that she had to pay that money. It's more fair that all of the taxpayers equally shoulder the expense of the government being wrong. Every year there's crusaders like Mrs. Jones. They might be backed by an organization like Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty, but they also might be backed by the ACLU, or Legal Action of Wisconsin. They might be suing over discrimination. They might be suing over property rights. They might be suing because the administrator that made the law made a drafting mistake that nobody noticed, and now that law inadvertently doesn't apply to them, excludes them. When a person is wrong about what's constitutional, obviously they got to pay their expenses. But when they're right and the government was wrong, why should they have to pay their attorney's fees and costs?